This is your protest. You're not supporting it. All of you, please. This is your protest. This is not their protest. I come up there. We don't have no representation over 30. We don't know. We need y'all.
And I want everyone who's black here today to know that I will put my body before yours if there is no one willing to do that for you. Light-skinned people who are not black, I'm asking you to do that today. I'm asking you to show solidarity for our black brothers and sisters. Because that is our duty if we have light-skin privilege.
It's already on. You just put your mouth up to and speak.
Okay. My name is Veronica Very. I am a proud black woman, born and raised in Seattle, Washington. I am a mourning woman, born and raised in Seattle, Washington. I am a broken woman, born and raised in Seattle, Washington. Why do I mourn? Why am I broken? I'm broken because at 50 years old and my husband at 60 years old was sold a bill of goods from a failed social experiment in Seattle, Washington. My husband has lived here his entire life. And my baby brother was sent home to my mother unrecognizable because he was beaten to death in the custody of Pacific Northwest Portland police in 1994. And I watched my mother die with a broken heart. And I had to go to work and act like I wasn't broken. And that was in 1994. We didn't have social media. We didn't have a platform to organize and mobilize and yell and scream and holler. I'm a mourning woman. I'm a mourning woman who was bussed into the Magnolia School area when I was a little girl. And it was in Magnolia that I experienced racism for the first time. And I experienced it before that and didn't recognize it because I had too many people telling me it didn't happen. I had people all of my life telling me we didn't see what we saw. We didn't feel what we feel. We didn't hurt like we hurt. She didn't really mean that. So I'm not only broken, I'm not only mourning, but in this hour of bloodshed that hails a long line of hashtags, I've marched, I've hollered, I've posted, I've screamed, and in this moment, in Seattle, Washington, I want the mayor and the chief to know that I am afraid of the motherfucking police. And that's a goddamn shame. Because I remember community policing. I remember when
mother knew, and we knew, and our family knew the community police. But I've watched the escalation and the militarization of the motherfucking police to kill my people. And not just kill my people, but to terrorize my people, to dehumanize my people, to psychologically, ethnically cleanse my people. So, when I come out here, I promise you, I don't have anything else to be afraid of. What could I actually fear? So I stand with you, I march with you, I scream with you, I holler with you. No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace! No peace! No justice! No justice! No peace!
No peace, no justice, no justice, no peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
And I want to say one more thing. It's not just about, I shared my story with you because I need you to understand that George Floyd's story is my story. To this day, I have traumatic PTSD in rotation over what it must have looked like because I had to identify his body, over what it must have looked like, over what they must have done to my brother, my baby brother. Snuffed him out at 23 years old, and his daughter didn't get a chance to know him. His granddaughter didn't get a chance to know him. She's right now on the front line at Children's Hospital saving your babies, putting her life on the line, but she didn't get a chance to know her daddy. No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
No racist!
No peace.
No justice!
No peace.
So I want to thank you for standing with us, for screaming with us, and hollering with us, and ask you not to blame us and destroy. I'm speaking to the provocateurs that ain't here because Black Lives Matter. We will not run. We will not hide. No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
So back to what I was saying, because I'm going to say what I said. You make sure you go and tell your families what you saw, what you witnessed, and what you know to be true, and what you know to be a lie. And document it and share it without shame, because the hour and the moment that is here is not one I've seen in my lifetime. And now I'm going to be quiet and let my husband have a word to say. My name is Veronica Berry. I will tell my story to my grave, and I will stand in my truth. Because if the truth can't make me free, nobody will ever be free.
No justice! No peace! No justice!
No peace!
So my name is Hiawatha D. Like my wife said, I've grown up here in Seattle. I've seen a lot, done a lot, and definitely been a victim of police
Speaking of mine.
profiling. How about that? When I was a younger man, going to work every morning, I used to get stopped. No matter if I lived in the city or if I lived in West Seattle, I would get stopped by the police for a broken license plate light, or they couldn't tell if or they said my inner light was on, the dome light was on, this super stuff like that. But I would get stopped constantly for no reason. I knew why I was getting stopped, and then when I started to call the police on it, it kind of shocked them that I would be defiant in that moment. Luckily, I was not attacked, but I was one, for whatever reason, always thought it was important to tell my story and speak my truth. I taught that to my kids and anybody else, any of the other young people that I work with, young black folks. I tell them to speak your truth and stand up. And you have to stand for something, otherwise you'll fall for everything. So I say again, no justice,
No peace!
no justice.
No peace!
Let our daughter talk.
Okay, so that's all I have to say. I am concerned because we see this quite a bit. This is not just anything that just started. It's been going on.
Right.
I want to know, when are we going to really stand up and make a difference and not forget about it 2 weeks later when the economy opens back up and we go back to work and we're able to shop 24 hours a day? Are we going to continue in our truth,
Right.
or are we going to go back to sleep again? So that's my question, and that's my challenge to all of you who are here today, because we were here a couple years ago when we were marching for Black Lives Matter, right? Everybody went home 2 weeks later and then the killing started again. So what are we going to do now that's different than 2 years ago? No justice?
No peace!
My name is Chanel Howell. I am 23 years old. I thought that I had a chance to do something with my life. I thought that I was moving to a place that had so much to offer. But I don't see that. The people I'm looking at is a good start. The eyes I'm staring in are quite beautiful, but it's not enough. The hearts I feel are grieving. Why are we grieving every day? Why do I feel like my life ends before it starts? I am 23 years old. I am Breonna Taylor. My brother is George Floyd. If you care about your brothers, and if you care about your sisters, talk to your co-workers. Talk to your children so that they don't walk around calling us niggas. So that they don't laugh
and they may not even fully understand that they're hurting.
No peace, no justice, no justice,